Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this super sweet cotton candy eyeshadow look. I love this look. I did this look the first time in 2021 when I had purple hair, and now I am doing it again because it's springtime. And I told y'all we're doing more color 2024. It continues. It's going to keep continuing. And yes, like always, do your eyes before your face. So don't do your face makeup before you do this eyeshadow look because there may be fallout and you don't want blue purple all underneath your eyes. Right. But there will be a part in the tutorial where you'll do your face and I'll show you how to like incorporate your blush because it's one of those looks where we're incorporating the whole face. I don't need to give you too many spoiler alerts. Just watch the video, you'll see. If you enjoyed this video along the way, please give it a like and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for 42,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 50K, which is on our way to 100K, which is on our way to 100 million. So thanks so much for being here, and yes, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're starting off with the eyes already primed. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. I love a light primer all the time. I use this in almost every single video, but you especially need a light primer or primer closest to white when you're using such colorful shadows. You want to make them as vivid as possible and as true to pan as possible. What is true to pan? These are pans. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are pans in the eyeshadow palette. So true to pan means that it looks how it does in the palette. And a great way to help eyeshadows look vivid and true to pan is to use a white eyeshadow primer. We're also going to be using pastels on the lid. You want to give those a fighting chance. So using a light primer will allow you to do so. I'm going to start off with the Colourpop Matte About Hue palette. And I'm going to be taking this EXO Cosmetics 107 brush. And I'm going to go into shade Little Iffy. I'm also going to be going into the Beauty Bay Bright 2.0 palette and go a little bit into those hot pinks as well, just because those hot pinks are a little bit brighter. I'm going to go ahead and pat down that eyeshadow primer on the lid just because it's creased a little bit while I have talked. So once that is all patted out, then I'm going to go right in the inner corner. Where's the inner corner? That's where your tear duct is. So this is the inner corner. And I'm going to blend about 1/3 to the eye. 1/3 of the eye. So if you've seen my other colorful eyeshadow cut creases, you know that when it comes to doing multicolored look, one of the most important things is budgeting your space. So this will not have as many colors as like my rainbow cut crease. This will only have 3. But I still want to be mindful of my space so that I have enough space for the purple and the blue. So I'm just going to place this in the crease first. Sometimes I blend from light to dark, so the lightest shade being near the brow bone, the darkest shade being near the crease. That's where you want the definition. However, today I'm going to go from dark to light. You can go either way. I'm going to take this EXO Cosmetics 113 brush, and these are new brushes, so thank you so much EXO Cosmetics. I'm going to be going into Throne and Mulberry, so this vivid purple here, it's like a neon purple, and this dark purple here. If you don't have the same eyeshadow palettes as me, that's absolutely cool. Just use the same colors. I'm gonna tap that off because I know I just did a lot. I don't want purple all over my face. And now I'm going to blend this second third. It's okay if you're covering up some of that purple, not even covering up. If you're blending some of that purple into where you blend that pink, that's cool because you want it to be blended across anyway. So don't think of it so segregated where it's like, oh no, this must stay right here, this second third, because you're gonna need to blend them on top of one another anyway. But you also don't want to like go all the way over the pink and eat up the pink, especially because the purple is darker than the pink and you lose all of the pink that you added. All right, okay, so now I'm going to take this Colourpop E22 brush and I'm going to go into shade So Casual and a little bit of type A. So these darker blues here, actually just a little bit of pink pong, but these darker blues here, and I'm going to go on that last third. I'm not going to wing it out or take it too far at an angle because it is just a nice round half cut crease. So I'm keeping it in the shape, the natural shape of the eye on the outer corner. So you have your inner corner, tear duct, outer corner out here where you would add a wing liner. Yes. Okay, so that's our skeleton, that's our blueprint, that's our baseline, right? Now we need to blend out every single color and make it look good. I'm gonna start with the purple. I don't know why. I'm just gonna start with the purple because my brushes are dirty. So I need to go with the brushes that are already like the color of what I'm going with. So the purple brush first. I'm gonna make a brush washing video soon. The problem is that I keep making all these makeup videos, so I can't wash the brushes because it'll take some days for them to actually dry and film at the same time. So I'm gonna do some batch filming. Anyways, back to the tutorial. I'm gonna go into shade rom-com and a little bit of shade grape soda. So it's this lilac and this lavender. I'm going to blend all the way to the brow bone here. And don't worry, you might be feeling like, okay, now this all looks the same. I can't differentiate from the crease color and this light color. Trust me, we're gonna get deeper in the crease. Now I'm gonna go in my handy dandy BH Cosmetics brush that y'all know does not have a name. Oh, this was a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro 5 brush. This one does not have a name. Just like with the eyeshadow palettes, if you don't have the exact same brush as me, that's fine. Just get one that's like the same shape. So just go for a fluffy brush here. As you can see, as you go up the eye, you're gonna go for the fluffier brushes. These are gonna diffuse the eyeshadow better. These more narrow brushes are gonna pack the color on more, and that's gonna give us our definition. So you're gonna use these down towards the crease, down towards the lids. As we go down the eye, you'll see the different sizes of brushes, and that's what they mean. Boom. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of shade Macaroon, and it's fighting for its life. When I had pink hair a couple months ago, I used that shade down to the brim. So I'm also going to take a little bit of Crazy Cool from the Colourpop palette, and I'm going to blend out that pink, going all the way up. Now I'm really going hard in this little inner corner underneath the brow, because underneath the brow always just looks too light when I'm editing pictures, and I want to save myself some time. I talk about it all the time, but like, figure out what you hate when you edit pictures will really help you do your makeup, because it's like, I don't feel like editing that part, so I'm gonna get it right this time. I'm gonna go a little bit into shade Do or Die, which is this very, very, very light purple, with the same brush, because why not? And go right next to that light pink at the brow bone. The brow bone is where you want the lightest color. That's what gives you that blend. If it was all just harsh and dark, it's not going to give you that seamless blended look. Also, pulling in these pastel colors is going to be great because we're going to be using those on the lid. For the blue, I do need to change brushes. Pink and purple, we can kind of get away with using the same brush. For the blue, I'm going to switch brushes. This is the XO Cosmetics 106 brush, and I just got these brushes. Thank you so much. I don't really get brushes in PR a lot, but I always need brushes. I'm going to go into shade Got Iced, and I'm going to do the same. Okay, whoa. I'm going to do the same over here on the blue part of the eye. Like I said, it's okay if you're blending into some of the territory of the color next door. So I'm blending a little bit into that purple just because we're gonna need that blend. We need it vertically and horizontally. Okay, now we're gonna repeat the steps. So I'm gonna go in with that XO Cosmetics 107 brush and go into those hot pinks and go back and solidify those now that we've kind of blended it out. You'll never blend or place a color once, especially not in a Ragged Royal tutorial. So just go ahead and cut that idea out. And you should never do it in makeup, period, because everything needs to be blended more than once. I say it in every video, so people watch all my videos may be a little bit tired of it. But it is important, and especially for beginners, because they're like, oh my gosh, it takes me so long to blend. Like, my blend is not coming as easy. Blends, not that they don't come easy, but they don't come super convenient. Like, you just put the eyeshadow on, it just blends itself. Like, no, you got to go back and blend it. And I say that, like, the experts know they need to blend more, but sometimes the beginners get very stressed out about it because they're like, oh my gosh, why I have to blend so much? That's the name of the game. Don't stress, just get to blend it. There we go. Going back in with that dark purple and going in with that blue. But perhaps you've never seen my tutorials before. This is your first time hanging out with me. Maybe you're just watching, maybe you're following along. Please consider subscribing. You know what I mean? We're on the road to 50K. We just hit 42K recently. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, if you think that you're subscribed, just go ahead and check down below and make sure you are, because most people who watch my tutorials are not subscribed apparently. And sometimes YouTube be unsubscribing people. That's just what I heard. That's just what I heard. So just check it out. Now that we've added more of that dark color, that is called definition. So now that we added more definition, we're gonna go back in and blend again with those light shades. For the purple, I am going to go back in with those medium purples as well, just to give that dark purple and that light purple a little bit of an assist by blending in. I'm just repeating these same steps until I find that it is blended to my satisfaction, which I think we're almost there. Give me 1 second. Yes, it's time to cut the crease. So I'm going to add some more of the ABH primer to the back of my hand. Why do I put it on the back of my hand? So that I can easily distribute it. I feel like if you put it on such a little brush, first of all, it's going to just go everywhere. You're wasting product. Two, I can kind of direct exactly how much I want, which is important because the crease, your eye moves, okay? When your crease is where you open your eye and close your eye, that fold. So if it's too wet, it's going to slide all over the place. It's going to go over your crease, under your crease, it's going to go a place you don't want it. If it's too dry, the crease is not going to be cut and it's going to be a mess. So put it on the back of my hand, lets me distribute it nice and evenly. I'm going to be taking this Artist Loft Vienna 2 brush. It's from the craft store. I love getting my crease brushes from the craft store, from Michael's now, because they're nice and small. And I need nice and small to maneuver this eye. So where's your crease again? Right where your eye opens. When you look up, that's your crease. Perhaps your crease looks different. They come in different shapes and sizes. That's cool. So just gonna go from halfway from your lash line, so that's where your upper lashes are, to your brow bone. So if I go halfway from here to here, about here is exactly where it is. So that's where you cut your crease. I'm going to go into the tear duct. And I'm going to cut across the crease all the way to the outer corner. I could have added a little bit more to my brush. See what I mean? Once the crease is cut, you have the outline. You're gonna fill in the lid with primer. I'm gonna take that brush from before and flatten out that primer a little bit. Yes, yes, yes. Gonna go in on the other side. Get that crease. I'm already knowing these aren't the same shape. I knew when I was cutting them, they weren't the same shape. So I'm going to need to fix them to match one another. So now I'm all over the crease because I had to keep going up to make it straight, but that's cool. As long as they match one another, that's what this is all really about. Because if they don't match one another, your eyes will look lopsided and uneven. It'll make your lashes look weird. It'll make everything just look a little bit weird. Unless you're going for that look. You remember that look? Oh my gosh. But most people are not. Yes. Now, since we're going to be adding like that pastel pink, the pastel purple, the pastel blue, it's not really that big of a deal that the eyeshadow primer kind of mixed with the pink and is a little bit dark. It's not that big a deal. If it is a big deal for a look that you're doing or ever, you're just going to go ahead and add some more primer and that will take care of that. I'm going to take this Morphe 224. This is a flat brush. And I'm going to start in the close to the inner corner of the lid. I'm going to take that light pink and a little bit of that light pink from the Beauty Bay palette. And I'm going to be adding that right underneath where I have that dark pink. I like a flat brush that's really flat, meaning that it's not too fluffy, it's not too thick. It's nice and thin because that can help me get these edges right here. And I feel like they're better for just like placing shadows on the lid, because when it comes to mattes, I don't really swipe. As you can see, I'm more patting. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to go into shade Do or Die, D-Y-E. I know I'm marketing nerd. And I'm going to go right next to that pink. Right underneath that purple. And just like in the lid, I'm overlapping a little bit, and that's cool because we want them to be blended. We want it to have like an ombre. I'm going to go into shade Got Ice. Now, Got Ice is a very powerful book. It kind of throws all this off, but we'll work with it. blessing and a curse, you know what I mean? And I'm going a little bit over the dark blue in the crease because we're gonna go over all that in a second, so that doesn't really matter, but I wanna make sure that that blue is very nicely packed in there. I'm gonna need to go into a little bit of a darker purple to balance out this blue. So I'm going to shade Rom-Com and Grape Soda in the Beauty Bay palette, because that pale purple is not gonna cut it alone. Placing that in between. I need a little bit more of that pale purple to blend it out, to not make it look so like, whoa, did she just open up a new palette? And yes, yes, yes. I don't need to look like that, you know what I mean? Taking some of that blue and going right over it. That'll also help the blend. Taking that Colourpop E22 brush and those dark blues, I'm gonna go right back over where I added it earlier. And I'm also gonna go into this outer edge. It's like an outer, what, 5th, 8th? I'm always throwing some crazy fresh out in these videos. And that's what's gonna give it like that blended look. I might even take this Colourpop E3, which is a smaller flat brush, and just apply that color right to the outer edge. Okay, from here, guess what we're gonna do? Guess what we're gonna do? Blend, go back, repeat our steps. I'm going to go in first with that pink. And not too much, because you can see it's gonna start to separate. Okay, I'm going to add the colors here. Then we're gonna come back for the waterline, the lower lash line, and how we're gonna incorporate the blush. So let me just add these colors. We'll be right back. Okay, so now that the lids are done, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk on a Craft Smart 10/0 brush. And I'm gonna go right into the waterline. You guys see me do this over and over again. Dragging that along the waterline with such a sweet, bright pastel eyeshadow look. Really any color for eyeshadow look, but especially the nice pastel bright spring ones. Of course, I'm going for the white waterline because it extends the eye, gives an illusion of extending the eye, opening the eye up. It adds some brightness. If you want to know more about waterlines, what's safe to put in the waterline, what I put in the waterline, what colors I use for what, check out my waterline 101 video. Let's get into this lower lash line. I'm going to be taking my Morphe 224 again, and I'm going to be starting with that purple. And I'm going to go right underneath where that purple is on top of the lid. Next to that purple, I'm going to add that blue. Then I'm going to go back in with that purple just to go over that blue and to blend it. Now I'm going to go in with that pink right underneath that inner corner. So here. So I'm going to take a little bit of the eyeshadow primer on this Colourpop E10 because I want to open up this inner corner a bit more. And honestly, I probably could have done that with some white eyeshadow in hindsight, but I'm just using the eyeshadow primer. I'm going to put some more of that light pink there. I'm going to take the Estate highlighter in Lunar. It's like a not a liquid, it's like a cream highlighter. It's a rose gold. I'm going to take that crease brush because I only want a teeny tiny bit of this. And I'm going to go right underneath the inner corner to that tear duct. Now I'm going to swipe all of this away underneath the eye. There's a lot of fallout. We already have this big brush that we're using for this blue. Now we're going to just blend that out a little bit more onto the face. This part you do want to do after you've completed your face. Because we are incorporating the blush in, and you can't do your blush and then do your foundation routine. So this part, the face is already done. If you want to know how I do my base makeup, I have a bunch of videos on my base routine and also super specific things like setting powder, setting spray, all of the sorts. The concealer 101 and contour 101 are coming soon. I have to get some re-ups of my favorite products. But if you want to know anything about my base makeup, there's a whole little playlist for you here. If you're like, wait, we just skipped a step. Your face is done and my face is not done. I got you. Now I'm going to take that BH Cosmetics Studio Pro 5 brush and go mostly into this like orchid color here, rom-com, and blend out with the light hand that purple. It looks crazy, but you gotta walk with it. Now I'm gonna go into that bright pink there, a little bit this way, just this way. Most of this bright pink and a little bit of light pink to just balance out how heavy my hand is. And now we're gonna go right onto, see, now at this point we've already blended the blue and the purple so far down that we're at the blush part of the face. You see what I'm saying? It looks much better on this side. Check out this side. When it comes to blush, I like to add to the nose, of course today, on such a day where it's so pretty and sweet, and to the temples. Going with that BH Cosmetics flat brush, I want to just attach that purple, blending out the bottom of the eye. You see, we kind of like just ignored that bottom part. No. Blending it out with that purple. And also that blue. Mixing the blue with pink is going to make purple, so we're all good there. I'm going to take that estate highlighter and a Colourpop F33 and add some highlighter to the face because I feel like it looks crazy without that bar down. After all that we've added. And yes, I'm going to go add my clips and add my lashes. If you know how to do my faux lashes, I have a video on that, so check that video out. And I'll be right back with the end of the face. Okay, wait, I also added a little bit of the Too Faced Cloud Crush blurring blush right here. Like just this light pink right here. I think it made a difference. I think it maybe pequillo. Okay, so here is the final look. Lashes are on, lip gloss is on. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to do this look, please tag me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Raggedy Rose so I can see it. Also, if you learned anything along the way, you enjoyed this video, you just like liking videos, I'm not judging. Give this video a like down below and please subscribe. Thank you so much for 42,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 50K. Thanks. Thank you so much. You can follow me on my other socials at Raggedy World, the same way it's spelled down below, to see more looks, more of my life, more of the sorts. I have a bucket list series on TikTok where I try different foods, cuisines, activities, half marathons, concerts, traveling, lots of different fast food places. So check me out on TikTok for that. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Comment down below if you have any questions or any type of video that you want to do next. I have a couple ideas, but I'm always willing to hear more. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.